Welcome back to Artos Hub, the channel where we bring you the future of cars today. Number 1, 2026 Ford GT. The legend of the Ford GT has always been about more than speed. It's about proving that American engineering can still compete with, and often dominate, the best Europe has to offer. The 2026 Ford GT doesn't just carry that legacy forward, it redefines it. This new GT has been completely redesigned from the inside out, blending the heritage of Le Mans racing with the science of future aerodynamics. Its sculpted carbon fiber body slices through the air with active wings that constantly adjust for maximum downforce. From every angle, this isn't just a car, it's a statement. The mid-engine placement, aggressive stance, and sharp LED lighting make the 2026 GT look like it's moving even when parked. Under the rear glass, it's a 3.5-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost V6. But don't be fooled by the displacement. Tuned to produce over 720 horsepower, this engine delivers instant torque and brutally quick acceleration. Ford's engineers added hybrid electric boost technology this time, giving it lightning-fast throttle response and greater efficiency at top speed. The 7-speed dual-clutch transmission shifts with surgical precision, sending power to the rear wheels in fractions of a second. Step inside and the interior tells a similar story. Minimalist, driver-focused, and designed for control. The cockpit wraps around the driver with digital instrumentation that adjusts based on driving mode. Track, sport, and road. Lightweight Alcantara seats and a race-inspired steering wheel keep you connected to the car's every heartbeat. It's not about luxury, it's about focus. And when you press the ignition, the 2026 GT roars to life with a tone that sends chills down your spine. It's raw, mechanical, and alive, like a modern symphony of combustion and electricity. On the track, it corners like a fighter jet, using active aerodynamics and torque vectoring to hug the asphalt. On the highway, it's a showstopper, a machine that makes everyone pull out their phones. But what makes the 2026 Ford GT truly special isn't just performance. Its purpose. Ford built this car to remind the world that innovation still lives in Detroit. From its 3D printed titanium components to its advanced cooling system and predictive traction algorithms, the GT represents the future of American supercars. It's not mass-produced. It's handcrafted in limited numbers, each one assembled by a small team of engineers who see this car as art. The paint finishes are deeper, the details sharper, and the technology smarter than ever before. Even the aerodynamics are tested using AI-simulated airflow, something usually reserved for spacecraft. In the end, the 2026 Ford GT isn't about nostalgia. It's about what comes next. Proof that American performance isn't dying. It's evolving. It's faster, lighter, and smarter than ever. And when the first few units hit the streets, one thing will be certain. The world won't just see another car. It'll witness the rebirth of an icon. Number 2, 2026 Chevrolet Corvette C7. The 2026 Chevrolet Corvette C7 isn't just a continuation of an icon. It's a refined evolution of a legend that has dominated American performance for decades. This version represents everything Chevrolet has learned from racing, engineering, and years of building machines meant to conquer both the road and the track. At first glance, the 2026 C7 commands attention. Its long, low hood and sculpted fenders form a silhouette that looks both aggressive and elegant. Chevrolet has enhanced the aerodynamics, integrating active front splitters and a dynamic rear spoiler that automatically adjusts at high speeds to keep the car glued to the pavement. Every vent, every curve has a purpose. Cooling, stability, or pure aerodynamic efficiency. Underneath the hood lies a beast. A naturally aspirated 6.2-liter LT2 V8 that produces around 500 horsepower in its standard form and up to 600 in the performance variant. With direct injection, variable valve timing, and an updated 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, it delivers neck-snapping acceleration that feels instant, raw, and satisfying. There's no hybrid boost here, just pure mechanical might, the way American muscle was meant to be. Inside, Chevrolet has redesigned the cockpit for 2026, striking a balance between luxury and racing precision. The digital driver display adapts to your mode of driving, while the flat-bottom steering wheel gives you a true race car grip. The seats are sculpted from lightweight carbon fiber and wrapped in Alcantara for both comfort and performance. Ambient lighting, a Bose sound system, and a new infotainment interface bring a futuristic touch. Yet, at its core, it's still a driver's car. The Corvette C7's handling has reached a new level of sophistication. The updated magnetic ride control system reacts to the road 1,000 times per second, adjusting the suspension in real time for maximum stability. Whether you're taking tight corners or cruising through open highways, the C7 feels planted, confident, and alive under your hands. The braking system, featuring carbon ceramic rotors, brings supercar-level stopping power with effortless control. What makes the 2026 Corvette C7 so remarkable is how it manages to blend its track-ready aggression with everyday usability. It's a car you can drive to work, yet one that feels completely at home on the Nürburgring. The exhaust note is pure theater, a deep, mechanical growl that crackles and pops as you lift off the throttle. It doesn't just move, it performs. Chevrolet's engineers have also prioritized weight reduction. The use of aluminum and carbon fiber panels keeps the weight distribution near perfect, with a lower center of gravity than any of its predecessors. The result? Sharper cornering, faster acceleration, and improved fuel efficiency. Though efficiency is hardly what this car is about, the 2026 Corvette C7 stands as a symbol of American precision, passion, and persistence. It's not about flashy badges or inflated prices. It's about power, design, and authenticity. For those who grew up dreaming of owning a Corvette, this is the model that fulfills that dream and surpasses it. When it roars to life, it doesn't just echo through the streets. It reminds everyone listening that American performance cars are far from done. The 2026 Corvette C7 isn't just a car. It's a declaration that the spirit of muscle, speed, and freedom is still burning bright. Number 3, 2026 Plymouth Sickfish Cuda. The 2026 Plymouth Sickfish Cuda marks the stunning resurrection of a legend. A car that once ruled the drag strips of the 1970s and has now been reborn for a new era. This isn't just nostalgia reimagined. It's a statement of intent from Plymouth's revival team, combining raw American muscle with cutting-edge modern engineering in a way that few expected. From the first glance, the Sickfish Cuda is unmistakable. The long, predatory stance, wide front grille, and bold rear haunches instantly scream power. The design team has carefully preserved the DNA of the classic Cuda. Those menacing headlights, the shark-like front end, and the sculpted sidelines, while infusing it with futuristic flair. Sleek LED bars replace traditional lights, and hidden aerodynamic vents give the car an almost supernatural presence on the road. It's aggressive, yet elegant, vintage yet undeniably modern. Under the hood, the 2026 Sickfish Cuda is powered by a supercharged 6.4-liter Hemi V8, producing an earth-shaking 720 horsepower. Plymouth didn't hold back. This machine is built to dominate. The engine roars to life with a deep guttural growl that feels alive, sending vibrations through the ground and adrenaline through your veins. Paired with an 8-speed Tremec automatic and launch control system, the Cuda rockets from 0 to 60 mph in just 3.2 seconds, rivaling modern supercars. But Plymouth went beyond raw speed. The Sickfish Cuda is built for control. The advanced adaptive damping suspension ensures stability even at high speeds, while the lightweight carbon fiber chassis enhances rigidity without sacrificing comfort. Brembo performance brakes with ventilated rotors deliver precision stopping power, giving drivers the confidence to push the limits safely. Step inside, and the cabin feels like a blend of muscle car heritage and modern luxury. The dashboard pays homage to the old Cuda's layout but reinterprets it with digital precision. A 12-inch digital display provides real-time telemetry, horsepower output, G-force, boost pressure, everything a driver could want. The seats are wrapped in premium leather with retro stitching, and subtle carbon accents give the cabin a handcrafted feel. The interior lighting shifts color depending on the drive mode, from calm blues in cruising mode to fiery red in track mode. Every inch of the Cuda has been engineered to perform and impress. The exhaust system features an active valve setup, allowing you to switch from a low rumble to a spine-tingling roar with a button press. The aerodynamics package includes an adjustable rear spoiler, and an underbody diffuser for maximum downforce. Plymouth's engineers have even introduced a hybrid assist option, a 48V mild hybrid system that provides instant torque and better fuel efficiency without diluting the muscle car soul. What makes the 2026 Sickfish Cuda truly remarkable is how it bridges generations. It's the dream car for those who grew up idolizing classic Mopar beasts, yet its technology appeals to a new breed of enthusiasts who crave both nostalgia and innovation. Its raw power wrapped in futuristic precision. When you see it on the road, the Sickfish Cuda doesn't just pass by, it commands attention. When you hear it, you don't just listen, you feel it. And when you drive it, you realize Plymouth didn't just bring back a name, they brought back a legend, sharper and more electrifying than ever. Number 4, 2026 Ford Mustang pickup truck. The 2026 Ford Mustang pickup truck is one of the boldest creations in modern automotive design, a perfect collision of raw muscle and everyday utility. Ford has taken the soul of its legendary Mustang sports car and fused it with the rugged practicality of a pickup, creating something entirely new. A high-performance truck that still carries the heart of an American icon. At first glance, the Mustang pickup looks like a vehicle straight out of the future. Its long sculpted hood, signature tri-bar LED headlights, and wide stance immediately signal Mustang DNA. But from the B-pillar back, the transformation begins. Instead of a fastback curve, you'll find a sleek short bed crafted from lightweight carbon composite, blending aerodynamic efficiency with practical utility. The design is muscular yet refined, with deep character lines that flow seamlessly into flared rear fenders, giving it a stance that's both powerful and purposeful. Underneath that aggressive exterior lies Ford's latest powertrain innovation. The 2026 Mustang pickup truck packs a 5.2-liter supercharged V8 engine, pushing an astonishing 760 horsepower, the same engine architecture that powers the Mustang Shelby GT500. Paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission and an optional all-wheel drive system, this machine can sprint from 0 to 60 mph in just 3.8 seconds, numbers unheard of in the world of trucks. But this isn't just a performance stunt. Ford engineered the Mustang pickup to deliver both power and practicality. The rear bed, while compact, is fully functional, capable of hauling up to 1,200 pounds and equipped with integrated tie-down hooks, LED lighting, and a retractable tonneau cover. A hidden charging port even allows for electric tools or tailgate power setups, appealing to both performance lovers and weekend adventurers. Inside, the cabin blends muscle car sportiness with modern truck comfort. The driver's cockpit feels unmistakably Mustang, a flat-bottom steering wheel, a 12-inch digital performance cluster, and aluminum paddle shifters. Yet the materials and layout are more versatile. Durable leather upholstery, heated and ventilated seats, and a fold-flat rear bench for extra storage. The infotainment system runs on Ford's Sync 5 with wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and a Bang & Olufsen sound system that turns every drive into an experience. Ford didn't compromise on control either. The Mustang pickup features adaptive MagneRide suspension, allowing drivers to switch from track mode for aggressive performance to tow mode for stability. The steering system is electronically assisted, fine-tuned for precision handling, and the truck's 21-inch performance wheels are wrapped in all-season performance tires, ready for both asphalt and adventure. Visually, it's impossible to ignore the sheer presence of this machine. The hood vents pulse with power, the rear diffuser looks like it came off a GT supercar, and the exhaust note is pure muscle, a deep, throaty growl that sends chills down your spine. The truck is available in exclusive colors like Velocity Blue, Shadow Black, and Crimson Fury, each with subtle metallic flakes that shimmer under the light. The 2026 Ford Mustang pickup truck isn't just a vehicle, it's a statement. It's for the driver who refuses to choose between speed and strength, performance and practicality. Ford has managed to create something that feels rebellious, yet refined. The spirit of the open road, now capable of carrying a payload. With this groundbreaking model, Ford hasn't just expanded the Mustang lineup, they've rewritten what a performance truck can be. It's muscle redefined for the modern world, and it's ready to leave tire marks on both the racetrack and the job site. Number 5. 2026 Chevrolet Impala SS 427. The 2026 Chevrolet Impala SS 427 marks the return of a true American powerhouse, a name that once dominated drag strips and boulevards, reborn for a new generation. The SS badge has always stood for super sport, but in 2026, it means something even more. Sophistication meets muscle, wrapped in a sleek, modern design that pays tribute to its 1960s heritage. At first glance, the new Impala SS 427 commands attention. Its long, elegant body lines echo the grace of the classic Impala, while aggressive new touches bring it firmly into the future. The wide front grille, adorned with the iconic SS emblem, is flanked by laser-cut LED headlights that stretch into the fenders like wings. The hood bulge, a nod to the legendary big block V8s, hides something special underneath. Every angle of this car tells you it was designed to perform, but also to impress. Under the hood lies a 7.0-liter naturally aspirated V8, a modernized version of the historic 427 cubic inch engine that once ruled the muscle car era. This powerhouse delivers 615 horsepower and 580 lb-ft of torque, paired with an advanced 8-speed dual-clutch transmission that shifts faster than the blink of an eye. The engine note is symphonic, a deep, thunderous rumble at idle that transforms into a ferocious roar at full throttle. The 2026 Impala SS 427 rockets from 0 to 60 mph in just 3.9 seconds, with a top speed north of 190 mph. But what truly sets it apart is its balance, a full-size performance sedan that drives with the agility of a sports coupe. Chevrolet engineers fine-tuned its chassis using lessons learned from the Corvette program, integrating magnetic ride control, rear-wheel drive, and a near-perfect 50-50 weight distribution. It's muscle car power fused with sports car precision. Inside, the Impala SS is pure luxury infused with performance DNA. The cockpit wraps around the driver, featuring premium leather seats with red contrast stitching, a flat-bottom performance steering wheel, and a digital 15-inch cluster that can switch between classic SS mode and track mode. The infotainment system runs on Chevy's latest MyLink interface, offering AI-assisted navigation, real-time performance telemetry, and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Passengers aren't left behind either. The rear cabin offers generous legroom, ambient lighting, and a panoramic sunroof that floods the interior with light. This Impala isn't just fast, it's comfortable, quiet, and refined. The kind of car that feels equally at home on a racetrack or at a high-end dinner valet line. Visually, it's breathtaking. The 2026 Impala SS rides on 20-inch forged alloy wheels, available in gloss black or chrome finish. The quad exhaust system features active valves, allowing the driver to toggle between quiet cruise and full performance growl. Colors like midnight graphite, inferno red, and arctic white pearl accentuate the car's long, sweeping profile. Even the taillights, slim LED units inspired by the 1967 Impala, add a nostalgic touch to its futuristic design. Safety hasn't been forgotten either. Advanced driver assistance systems like adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, collision mitigation, and automatic high beams come standard. But true to its SS spirit, the car still gives full control back to the driver when it matters most. Every system is tunable for enthusiasts who want a raw driving experience. The 2026 Chevrolet Impala SS 427 isn't just a rebirth, it's a resurrection of an American legend. It's Chevrolet's message to the world that muscle is not dead. It's evolved. Elegant, brutal, and beautifully balanced, the Impala SS 427 takes everything we loved about the golden age of performance and injects it with modern technology and craftsmanship. This isn't just a car, it's a statement, one that proudly declares the American muscle sedan is back and it's louder than ever. Number 6, 2026 Chevrolet Nova Supersport. The 2026 Chevrolet Nova Supersport, a name that once defined the compact American muscle formula, is making a thunderous comeback. In the golden age of muscle cars, the Nova SS was the underdog that punched far above its weight, earning a reputation for being light, fast, and brutally simple. Now, in 2026, Chevy has taken that same philosophy and reimagined it with cutting-edge engineering, high performance, and unmistakable attitude. At first glance, the new Nova SS looks like a weapon on wheels. Its compact, wide-bodied stance and sculpted fenders give it an aggressive, street-ready look. The front fascia features a menacing blacked-out grille with the bold SS emblem, surrounded by razor-thin LED headlights that cut through the night. The hood is vented for cooling and aerodynamics, while the rear end proudly carries quad exhausts that hint at what's waiting under the hood. And what a beast that is! The 2026 Nova SS houses a 6.6-liter twin-turbocharged V8, producing an earth-shaking 720 horsepower and 640 lb-ft of torque. With an advanced 10-speed automatic transmission and optional manual paddle override, this machine can go from 0 to 60 mph in 3.3 seconds. Top speed? A jaw-dropping 205 km/h. The Nova SS was always known for its straight-line dominance, but this modern reincarnation is equally capable in the corners, thanks to its active suspension system, limited-slip rear differential, and carbon ceramic brakes inspired by the Corvette 06. Chevrolet engineers designed the chassis from a lightweight aluminum-carbon blend to ensure rigidity and balance. The result? A car that's 400 pounds lighter than its predecessor, but twice as stable at high speeds. The driving experience feels raw yet refined. Every throttle input, every shift, every roar from the exhaust reminds you this is not your average compact performance car. Step inside, and the new Nova SS surprises you again. The cabin is driver-focused, tight, minimalistic, and crafted with premium materials. The sport bucket seats are wrapped in Alcantara with red stitching, while the center console features a digital 12-inch performance cluster that changes depending on drive mode: touring, sport, track, or drag. The flat-bottom steering wheel, wrapped in suede, carries the SS insignia at the base, a subtle reminder of the Nova's heritage. Technology meets tradition here. The Nova SS comes equipped with Chevrolet's MyLink 2.0 interface, a next-gen infotainment system with voice AI, augmented reality navigation, and real-time torque vector display. A performance telemetry system records your track times, cornering G-forces, and even your best launches. Perfect for drivers who want to push the limits. Visually, it's stunning from every angle. The Nova SS sits on 19-inch staggered wheels, wrapped in high-performance Michelin Pilot sport tires. Optional aero kits add a carbon fiber front splitter, side skirts, and a rear spoiler that improves downforce at high speed. The color palette, including midnight black, nitro yellow, velocity blue, and burnt orange metallic, gives each car a personality of its own. One of the most talked about features is its exhaust system, a triple-piped configuration tuned by Chevrolet's performance division. In track mode, it opens up to unleash a deafening, raspy note that echoes the muscle era while still staying legal for the streets. Safety and comfort weren't forgotten. Features like blind spot assist, adaptive cruise control, automatic braking, and traction management make it just as practical as it is thrilling. It's a car you can daily drive, then take straight to the drag strip after work. The 2026 Chevrolet Nova Super Sport represents the perfect collision of nostalgia and innovation. It honors the Nova's reputation as the people's muscle car, but now built for a generation that demands both brute force and cutting-edge tech. It's lightweight, vicious, and impossibly fast, the kind of machine that reignites America's love for pure, unfiltered horsepower. This isn't just a comeback. It's a warning shot to every performance automaker out there. The Nova SS is back, and it's here to reclaim its crown as the most thrilling compact muscle car in America. Number 7, 2020 Volkswagen Beetle. Few names in automotive history are as instantly recognizable as the Volkswagen Beetle. From the post-war streets of Europe to the sunny beaches of California, the Beetle was always more than just a car. It was a cultural icon. And now, in 2026, Volkswagen has brought it back in a way that perfectly merges heritage with high-tech evolution. The 2026 Volkswagen Beetle is not just a nostalgic revival, it's a futuristic reinterpretation. Built on Volkswagen's advanced MEB electric platform, the same foundation used by the ID series, the new Beetle delivers a powerful blend of performance, sustainability, and timeless style. At first glance, it's clear this is still a Beetle. Those smooth circular lines and the friendly face of the car remain. But everything has been sharpened, modernized, and infused with an aerodynamic flair that makes it unmistakably ready for the 21st century. The design is a masterclass in balancing nostalgia and innovation. The rounded fenders, arched roofline, and smooth silhouette pay homage to the original, while the LED matrix headlights, flush door handles, and illuminated VW badge bring it into the modern era. The front and rear both feature digital light animations, greeting drivers as they approach, and a sleek light bar runs across the tailgate, connecting the taillights for a futuristic touch. Under the hood, or rather under the floor, lies an 82 kWh electric battery pack powering a dual motor setup that delivers 410 horsepower and 500 lb-ft of torque. That's enough to launch this electric Beetle from 0 to 60 mph in just 3.8 seconds, a number that would shock anyone who remembers the original's modest 40 horsepower engine. The driving dynamics are equally impressive. Volkswagen has equipped the Beetle with adaptive dampers, instant torque vectoring, and a near-perfect weight distribution, making it agile, smooth, and surprisingly sporty. Inside, the cabin blends retro charm with futuristic technology. The dashboard, for example, features the classic Beetle curve, but beneath it lies a fully digital 15-inch panoramic infotainment display, integrated with Volkswagen's ID OS 3.0 software. The steering wheel is minimalist, featuring touch-sensitive controls and haptic feedback. Seats are made from recycled materials, wrapped in vegan leather with stitched accents that pay tribute to the Beetle's 1960s design heritage. The 2026 Beetle is also fully connected, with over-the-air updates, voice command integration, and AI-assisted driving through Volkswagen's latest IQ Drive 2.0 system. This includes semi-autonomous driving on highways, automatic lane merging, and real-time traffic prediction using cloud data. Charging performance is equally impressive. Thanks to its 800V fast-charging architecture, the Beetle can charge from 10% to 80% in just 16 minutes, giving it a range of up to 360 miles on a single charge. For urban commuters and weekend travelers alike, that's more than enough to make range anxiety a thing of the past. One of the most charming touches is Volkswagen's Heritage Mode. With a simple voice command, the digital dashboard transforms into a retro-themed layout. Analog dials, a vintage radio interface, and even simulated engine sounds inspired by the air-cooled Beetle of the 1960s. It's a nostalgic trip through time for anyone who's ever driven, owned, or simply admired the original. Visually, the 2026 Beetle comes in a playful palette of colors: ocean blue, solar orange, pearl white, mint green, and chrome silver, all with optional dual-tone finishes. The large glass roof, one of the widest in its segment, floods the interior with natural light, enhancing the cabin's airy, joyful feel. Despite all its modernity, the Beetle still retains its identity as the car of the people: practical, approachable, and filled with personality. It may now be electric, fast, and high-tech, but it's still unmistakably a Beetle, the same spirit of fun and freedom that captured the hearts of millions. In short, the 2026 Volkswagen Beetle isn't just a car, it's a bridge between eras, a symbol of how innovation and heritage can coexist beautifully. It's the Beetle reborn for a new generation, and once again, it's ready to take over roads across America, quietly this time, but with just as much heart. Number 8, 2026, Dodge Coronet 440. The Dodge Coronet has always held a special place in American muscle history, a car that balanced brute force with everyday drivability. From its golden years in the late 1960s, the Coronet 440 earned its reputation as a true street warrior, roaring through drag strips with unmistakable Mopar attitude. Now more than half a century later, the 2026 Dodge Coronet 440 roars back to life, reborn for the modern muscle era, blending classic aggression with electrified performance. At first glance, the 2026 Coronet 440 looks like a time machine from Detroit's glory days, but one built for the digital age. Dodge designers have reimagined the legendary fastback silhouette, that long hood, muscular stance, and wide haunches, with a bold, modern twist. The LED lighting signature immediately grabs attention. Razor-sharp DRLs that trace the front fascia like molten metal, with a glowing 440 badge illuminated in red, paying homage to the power that made this car a legend. The front end features a sculpted grille inspired by the 1969 model, complete with active air shutters for better aerodynamics. The hood bulges aggressively, housing functional heat extractors that hint at the monster underneath. From the side, the car sits low and wide on 21-inch forged wheels, wrapped in Pirelli P0 performance tires, while the rear tapers smoothly into a modernized light bar, a nod to the past and a statement of the future. Under the hood, Dodge didn't hold back. The 2026 Coronet 440 comes equipped with a supercharged 6.4-liter Hemi V8 hybrid, producing a staggering 850 horsepower and 910 lb-ft of torque. It's paired with a 48V e-boost system, which adds instant torque fill during launch and shifts. The result? A mind-blowing 0 to 60 mph in just 2.7 seconds, making it one of the fastest production Dodges ever built. And it does all that while delivering improved fuel efficiency, thanks to mild hybrid assistance. Inside, the Coronet 440 perfectly captures that balance between vintage character and futuristic design. The interior is drenched in premium carbon fiber, Alcantara, and brushed aluminum accents. The dashboard's shape recalls the 1968 layout, but houses a 14-inch curved touchscreen running Dodge's Uconnect 7.0 interface. Behind the steering wheel, a customizable digital cluster lets drivers toggle between classic mode, showing analog-inspired gauges, and track mode, with race telemetry and G-force meters. The Coronet's cabin feels like a cockpit, driver-focused and intense. Red ambient lighting traces the contours of the dash, while the bolstered sport seats, embossed with the 440 emblem, keep drivers locked in during high-speed maneuvers. Dodge even added launch control paddles on the steering wheel and a power shot button on the center console, an instant boost system that unlocks an additional 75 horsepower for short bursts of acceleration, driving the Coronet. 440 feels like commanding thunder. It offers 3 drive modes: street, track, and drag, each altering throttle response, suspension stiffness, and exhaust behavior. Speaking of exhausts, Dodge engineers equipped it with an active quad-tip exhaust system that produces a deep guttural roar when you floor it and a subtle growl when cruising, a sound tuned to perfection for muscle purists. Safety and technology haven't been forgotten either. The car features Level 2 semi-autonomous driving, blind spot radar, and performance telemetry with AR overlays, allowing drivers to record their track runs or overlay data on real-world video footage. The 2026 Dodge Coronet 440 is offered in a collection of heritage colors: Go Mango Orange, Plum Crazy Purple, B5 Blue, and Tor Red, each paired with optional matte black hood stripes and chrome badging. The 440 insignia glows softly at night, a subtle but powerful reminder of the car's soul. Every detail in this car pays tribute to Mopar's past while pushing it forward. Dodge didn't just resurrect the Coronet, they gave it a new purpose. It's not about nostalgia, it's about reviving the raw, unapologetic energy that once defined American performance. The result? The 2026 Dodge Coronet 440 isn't just another retro-inspired machine. It's a modern muscle car masterpiece, brutal, beautiful, and utterly commanding. Whether it's cruising Main Street or tearing down the drag strip, this car doesn't whisper its presence. It announces it in full-throttle glory. Number 9, 2026 Dodge Viper GTSR. The legend returns, louder, meaner, and more advanced than ever before. The 2026 Dodge Viper GTSR roars back onto the scene with a purpose: to reclaim its title as America's rawest, most unapologetic performance car. This isn't just another reboot. It's a reawakening of an icon, engineered for a generation that refuses to settle for electric silence. At first glance, the 2026 Viper GTSR looks like a coiled serpent ready to strike. The body is lower, wider, and more sculpted than any Viper before it, crafted from a combination of carbon fiber and aluminum for extreme rigidity without excess weight. The front fascia is menacing. Air intakes stretch wide across the nose, feeding a supercharged heart that beats with fury. The signature double bubble roof remains, a nod to the original race-bred design that made the Viper instantly recognizable. Under that long hood lies a monster, an 8.4-liter naturally aspirated V10, refined and retuned to produce a staggering 780 horsepower. Dodge resisted the industry's electric trend, doubling down instead on pure internal combustion aggression. The V10 snarls with a note that feels alive, sending shockwaves through the ground. Mated to a 6-speed manual transmission, it's an act of rebellion in an era of automation, giving drivers the tactile connection that modern supercars often forget. Performance isn't the only focus. Dodge built this car to dominate the track. The 2026 GTSR features an active aerodynamics package, a rear wing that adjusts in real time, front splitters that modify airflow, and underbody diffusers that keep it planted even at 200 mm/. It grips the tarmac like a beast unleashed, tearing through corners with precision that rivals European exotics. Step inside, and the cabin perfectly balances aggression with control. Lightweight Alcantara wraps the sport seats, while a digital driver's display keeps vital performance data front and center. There's minimal distraction, no oversized screens or cluttered controls. Every inch of the cockpit is built for driving. A titanium shifter and exposed carbon panels remind you this is a car born from motorsport DNA. Visually, the GTSR carries its racing heritage proudly. The iconic blue and white racing stripes streak down the hood, a design that recalls the Viper's legendary dominance at Le Mans and in the American Le Mans series. LED headlights are recessed into deep sockets, creating a predator-like stare. The rear diffuser and dual exhaust outlets look ready to unleash a storm every time the engine fires up. But perhaps the most impressive part of the 2026 Dodge Viper GTSR is what it represents. In a world where quiet EVs and digital assists dominate, the Viper stands tall as a mechanical masterpiece, raw, loud, and deeply human. It isn't trying to be polite or futuristic. It's a defiant love letter to the golden era of American muscle, reborn for a new age. When the key turns and that V10 roars to life, the sound isn't just noise. It's a reminder that passion still has a place on the open road. The 2026 Dodge Viper GTSR isn't just back. It's rewriting what performance means once again, unapologetic, untamed, and unforgettable. Number 10, 2026 Corvette CX-R Vision Gran Turismo. The 2026 Corvette CX-R Vision. Gran Turismo is not a car you simply drive. It's a machine you experience. It looks like it came straight from a science fiction film, a creation that challenges what a Corvette can be. Every detail, every angle, feels as if it was sculpted by the wind itself. Its carbon fiber body glows under the light, with long, sweeping lines that stretch from its narrow front splitter to its wide, muscular rear haunches. The air flows through the body, not around it, because every vent, every curve, serves an aerodynamic purpose. The car sits impossibly low, hugging the ground like a predator ready to pounce. Its stance alone tells a story. This is a Corvette that has transcended the road and entered the realm of high-speed art. The headlights are razor-thin LED blades, slicing through the darkness with futuristic precision. The tail end is dominated by a floating spoiler that morphs its shape at high speed, adjusting to create the perfect balance between drag and downforce. Under the hood, or rather beneath the aerodynamic skin, is a masterpiece of hybrid engineering. A twin turbocharged 5.5-liter V8 engine roars to life, joined by two front-mounted electric motors that bring instant torque to the wheels. Together, they unleash around 1,200 horsepower, transforming the CX-R into a beast that defies logic. The acceleration is instantaneous, 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. But what's even more astonishing is the stability. You don't just feel the power, you feel the intelligence of the car as it predicts the road ahead, adjusting suspension, torque distribution, and aerodynamics in real time. Inside, the Corvette CX-R feels more like a cockpit than a cabin. The steering yoke replaces the traditional wheel, offering haptic feedback that responds to every motion. There are no buttons cluttering the dashboard. Instead, a holographic heads-up display projects key information into the driver's field of vision: lap times, tire temps, G-force, even heart rate. The seats contour around the driver using adaptive memory foam and active support technology, keeping you perfectly balanced through every curve and corner. But beyond the technology and numbers, there's something deeply emotional about this car. It's the way it blends Corvette's history of brute power with the futuristic calm of electric precision. You can almost feel the soul of the 1960s Stingray within it, reimagined for a digital era. It's raw yet refined, analog yet intelligent. The CXR represents what American performance has become: bold, fearless, and unafraid to compete with the finest hypercars from Europe or Japan. As the engine's growl mixes with the electric whine of its motors, the CXR feels like a symphony of past and future colliding. It's not just Chevrolet's dream of tomorrow. It's proof that performance still has a pulse in a changing world. The 2026 Corvette CXR Vision. Gran Turismo isn't just the next step in evolution. It's the moment when the Corvette stops chasing others and becomes something entirely new. Number 11, 2026 Chevrolet Camaro SS1 LE. The 2026 Chevrolet Camaro SS1 LE is the kind of car that makes you believe muscle is far from dead. One glance and you know it's pure American aggression. Wide, low, and unapologetically bold. The design speaks a language of power, one forged in steel and heritage. The front end carries an evolved version of Chevrolet's new split grille design, sharper and more angular than before. LED headlights, thin as razors, pierce the darkness, while the hood bulges proudly with twin heat extractors, a promise of the storm beneath. The body is sculpted for performance, not showmanship. Every vent, every line is functional. The 1LE package takes the standard SS and turns it into a track-bred warrior. Matte black accents, carbon fiber mirror caps, and a high-rise rear spoiler all tell the same story. This Camaro was born to dominate corners, not just straight lines. Even the tires look menacing, wide enough to grip the earth like claws. Under the hood lies a 6.2-liter LT2 V8 engine that's been refined and re-engineered for 2026. It produces a staggering 510 horsepower, but it's not the raw number that impresses. It's the precision. Chevrolet engineers have fine-tuned every component to make the power delivery instantaneous yet controllable. Paired with a close-ratio 6-speed manual transmission, the 1LE feels mechanical, alive, and connected. There's also an optional 10-speed automatic for those who want quicker lap times, but true enthusiasts will always reach for the manual. That's where the heart of the 1LE beats loudest. Step inside and you're greeted with a cockpit that blends tradition and technology. Alcantara lines the steering wheel and seats, offering grip and luxury in equal measure. A new 12-inch digital instrument cluster replaces analog dials, but retains the classic Camaro spirit. The tachometer still takes center stage, bold and bright red. The heads-up display projects speed and gear position directly onto the windshield, keeping your focus where it matters most, the road. But the 1LE isn't just about brute strength, it's about control. Magnetic Ride Control 5.0 continuously adapts the suspension in milliseconds, reading every bump and curve. Brembo brakes provide race-grade stopping power, and the limited slip differential ensures every ounce of torque is distributed exactly where it should be. Take it on a twisty mountain road or a racetrack, and you'll feel the difference instantly. This is a car that dances, not just runs. Chevrolet hasn't forgotten the soundtrack either. The dual-mode exhaust crackles, pops, and growls with each gear change, turning every drive into a performance. Switch it to track mode, and the Camaro's voice deepens into a raw mechanical roar that can make your pulse race. The 2026 Camaro SS1 LE is more than a car. It's a message. In a world moving rapidly toward silence and self-driving systems, this machine stands defiant. It's Chevrolet's reminder that driving should still be thrilling, that passion and precision can coexist. It's not the fastest Camaro ever built, nor the most powerful, but it might just be the most complete. A muscle car reborn for modern roads, yet proudly carrying the soul of Detroit's golden era. The 2026 Chevrolet Camaro SS1 LE doesn't whisper innovation, it shouts it. Through every rev, every shift, and every heartbeat it stirs. Number 12, 2026 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. The 2026 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 is not just another chapter in the Mustang legacy. It's the roar that shakes the ground, the kind of machine that makes even supercars nervous. From the moment you lay eyes on it, you can tell this isn't built for comfort or subtlety. It's an apex predator on wheels, designed to devour straightaways, dominate tracks, and announce its arrival with a supercharged scream. The design is a perfect balance of muscle and menace. The front fascia has been reimagined for 2026. Larger intakes feed air into a beastly engine bay, while an aggressive carbon fiber splitter hugs the ground like it's ready to claw into the asphalt. The hood features a massive heat extractor, because when you're dealing with over 760 horsepower, cooling isn't optional. It's survival. Sleek LED headlights with signature tri-bar lighting pay homage to Mustang's history, while the rear end sports an adjustable carbon wing that looks straight off a Le Mans racer. But it's under that sculpted hood where the real magic happens. The heart of the GT500 is a 5.2-liter supercharged V8, codenamed Predator. For 2026, Ford's engineers have tuned it even further, extracting 780 horsepower and 660 lb-ft of torque. The whine of the Eaton supercharger, mixed with the deep baritone growl of the exhaust, creates a sound symphony unlike anything else on the road. It's raw, mechanical, and alive, the kind of sound that echoes through your chest when you hit full throttle. This time, Ford didn't just chase numbers, they chased precision. The new 7-speed dual-clutch transmission shifts faster than a blink, delivering seamless acceleration that launches the GT500 from 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. The launch control system has been refined for more consistent takeoffs, and the electronic stability control works smarter, letting experienced drivers push the edge without crossing it. Step inside, and you're greeted by a cockpit that screams performance. Carbon fiber accents wrap around the center console, Recaro seats hug your body like a racing harness, and the flat-bottom steering wheel gives you a taste of pure motorsport. A large digital cluster brings telemetry data, tire temps, G-forces, and shift indicators right to your eyes. Every detail built for the driver who lives for the next corner. Ford has also given this GT500 brains to match its brawn. The adaptive MagneRide suspension continuously adjusts the damping based on road conditions and driving mode. On a racetrack, it stiffens and lowers the car for maximum grip. On city streets, it relaxes just enough to make the drive surprisingly livable. The Brembo braking system, 6 piston calipers up front, ensures that stopping power is just as impressive as acceleration. Even with all this ferocity, the GT500 never loses its soul. It still feels like a Mustang, rebellious, loud, and full of attitude. It's not sterile or clinical like some European exotics. It's a muscle car that fights back, that growls when challenged, that feels alive in your hands. The 2026 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 stands as a symbol of defiance in a world leaning toward electric silence. It's a love letter to combustion, to noise, to pure human connection with the machine. Every rev is a reminder that driving isn't supposed to be quiet. It's supposed to be thrilling. This isn't just Ford's fastest Mustang ever. It's their loudest statement. The legend lives on, louder and prouder than ever. Number 13, 2026 Ford F-150 Raptor R. The 2026 Ford F-150 Raptor R isn't a truck. It's a wild animal built for chaos, crafted for those who think paved roads are just suggestions. When Ford unveiled this new beast, jaws dropped across the automotive world. It's not just an off-road machine. It's an all-terrain supercar disguised as a pickup, built for desert dunes, muddy trails, and high-speed domination. Visually, the Raptor R means business. The stance alone looks intimidating, wide, tall, and planted. The signature blacked-out grille screams Ford in massive block letters, flanked by C-clamp LED headlights that slice through the dark like a predator's eyes. Every body panel is sculpted for purpose, from the vented hood designed to feed cool air to the engine, to the flared fenders that make room for the massive 37-inch all-terrain tires. Underneath, skid plates guard vital components, daring you to take the path less traveled, or the one no one else would even attempt. Under the hood lies a monster, a 5.2-liter supercharged V8 borrowed from the Mustang Shelby GT500, tuned for off-road warfare. It delivers a breathtaking 720 horsepower and 640 lb-ft of torque. The sound is pure adrenaline, a deep growl that shakes the earth before erupting into a supercharged scream as you floor it. Every throttle press feels like commanding thunder. The 2026 Raptor R's new 10-speed automatic transmission has been refined for brutal off-road conditions. Paired with a new torque-on-demand transfer case, it transitions from rear-wheel drive to four-wheel drive seamlessly, giving you traction exactly when you need it. It doesn't just climb hills, it conquers mountains. Ford's engineers have gone to ridiculous lengths to make sure this truck is unstoppable. The suspension is a masterpiece of modern off-road technology. Fox Live valve shocks constantly adjust damping rates up to 500 times per second, reading the terrain to give you control whether you're hitting a jump, crawling over rocks, or blasting across the desert at 100 mph. The frame has been reinforced with high-strength steel, while aluminum body panels keep the weight balanced, strong yet agile. Inside, the Raptor R is surprisingly luxurious for something this feral. You get a mix of rugged durability and refined comfort. The Recaro Performance seats are wrapped in Alcantara and leather, designed to hold you steady when the truck starts defying gravity. A massive 14-inch infotainment screen dominates the dash, powered by Sync 5, giving you everything from off-road telemetry to 360-degree trail cameras. Even the digital gauge cluster offers special Raptor animations and modes: Baja, rock crawl, and trail control, each one transforming how the truck behaves on the fly. What makes the 2026 Raptor R special isn't just its power, it's its personality. This truck doesn't care about fitting in or being quiet. It's for those who laugh at danger, who see a mountain not as an obstacle but an invitation. The Raptor R isn't a commuter, it's a conqueror. When you watch it soar over dunes or thunder across the desert, you realize this isn't just Ford showing off. It's a statement. They've built something primal in an age of electric calm, something that bites back against the quiet future. The 2026 Ford F-150 Raptor R is proof that the spirit of American muscle has evolved, not vanished. It's louder, meaner, and more capable than ever. A truck that doesn't just go off-road, it owns the off-road. Number 14, 2026 Dodge Viper. The 2026 Dodge Viper has returned, louder, meaner, and more untamed than ever before. In an era of quiet EVs and digital horsepower, Dodge decided to bring back a legend that doesn't whisper, it roars. The new Viper is the last of a dying breed, a hand-built, naturally aspirated rear-wheel drive monster designed to make drivers sweat and roads tremble. From the moment you see it, you know that 2026 Viper means business. The design is raw aggression sculpted into carbon fiber. The long, predatory hood stretches out endlessly, housing one of the most ferocious engines ever placed in a modern car. The signature side exhaust return, polished, angled, and ready to spit fire. Its aerodynamic body lines are sharper, tighter, and more functional, with massive vents channeling air like a fighter jet in motion. Every inch screams performance, from the snake badge glinting on the nose to the wide rear diffuser that looks like it belongs on a Le Mans racer. Under that endless hood lies pure insanity. An 8.4-liter naturally aspirated V10 engine that delivers 720 horsepower and 670 lb-ft of torque. Dodge could have gone electric or hybrid, but they didn't. Instead, they built a machine that celebrates noise, power, and chaos. When you start it, the ground shakes. When you rev it, you feel the vibrations in your chest like a thunderclap. This isn't a sound, it's a declaration. But raw power isn't enough in 2026. Dodge engineers gave the new Viper a modern twist, an active aerodynamic system that adjusts downforce dynamically, a lighter chassis built from carbon composites, and a completely redesigned suspension setup. Adaptive Bilstein dampers read the road in milliseconds, giving razor-sharp handling without sacrificing control. Whether you're carving through mountain roads or attacking a racetrack, the 2026 Viper feels alive, twitchy, eager, and demanding. Inside, it's still pure driver's car. You won't find soft luxury here. just purpose-built performance. The cockpit wraps tightly around you with carbon fiber panels, Alcantara seats, and analog controls that remind you this isn't about comfort. It's about control. The steering wheel is stripped down, the gauge is digital but brutal in their simplicity, and the shifter clicks with mechanical precision. It's a machine that requires skill, not just a driver's license. In true Viper fashion, there are no driving assists unless you beg for them. Traction control and stability management can be switched off completely, leaving you alone with 720 horses and your courage. It's a car that rewards precision and punishes arrogance. One wrong move and it'll bite, just like the serpent on its badge. But when you master it, the 2026 Viper transforms into something magical. Cornering becomes poetry in motion, and acceleration feels like teleportation. It's not built for everyone. It's built for purists. For those who crave danger, speed, and the art of driving itself. Even the paint options are fierce, with names like Venom Red, Shadow Strike Black, and Arctic Fang White. Each version looks like it was designed to strike fear and admiration in equal measure. In a world obsessed with self-driving technology and battery range, the 2026 Dodge Viper stands as a middle finger to conformity. It's not about efficiency. It's not about safety ratings. It's about adrenaline, raw, unfiltered, old-school driving pleasure. The 2026 Viper doesn't just bring back the legend, it revives an era. It's Dodge reminding the world that muscle still matters, that emotion still sells, and that some snakes just can't be tamed. Number 15, 2026 Chevrolet Malibu. The 2026 Chevrolet Malibu is not just a name revived. It's a complete reinvention of what an American midsize sedan can be. For decades, the Malibu represented everyday comfort and reliability. But in 2026, Chevy decided to rip up the rulebook and create something that blends elegance, performance, and cutting-edge technology. A Malibu reborn for the modern era. From the first glance, the new Malibu looks nothing like its predecessors. It's sleek, muscular, and athletic, with sculpted body lines that stretch gracefully across its aerodynamic frame. The front fascia wears a confident, futuristic look with slim LED headlights, a bold blacked-out grille, and an illuminated Chevrolet emblem that glows softly at night. Its proportions are lower and wider, giving it a stance closer to a sports coupe than a family sedan. Chevrolet calls this new design language Aero Harmony, and it's easy to see why. Every curve, vent, and crease serves a purpose, reducing drag while adding visual drama. From the side profile, you notice the flowing roofline that tapers into a fastback-style rear end, finished with a subtle spoiler and dynamic taillights. Even the wheels, and up to 20 inches in size, look engineered for motion, with turbine-inspired designs. But the real story begins under the hood. Gone is the traditional four-cylinder-only lineup. Instead, the 2026 Malibu introduces two powertrains, a 2.0-liter turbocharged hybrid that delivers 320 horsepower, and a range-topping 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6 that produces a stunning 450 horsepower. Mated to a new 9-speed dual-clutch transmission and optional all-wheel drive, this Malibu doesn't just drive smoothly, it moves like a performance car disguised in a luxury suit. Inside, Chevrolet has transformed the cabin into something that feels more like a high-tech lounge than a midsize sedan. The dashboard features a sweeping digital display that merges the instrument cluster and infotainment system into one continuous 30-inch curved OLED screen. It's bright, intuitive, and fully customizable, powered by Chevrolet's new Skylink OS. The interface integrates AI-driven driving assistance, voice control, and even adaptive lighting that changes mood based on your driving style. The materials feel premium. Soft-touch leather, brushed aluminum, and ambient lighting tracing along the doors and dash. The seats are redesigned for long-distance comfort with integrated massagers and temperature control. There's even a Serenity mode that uses active noise cancellation and soft cabin lighting to create a calm, almost meditative driving experience. Safety and intelligence are at the core of the 2026 Malibu. Chevy's new Guardian Drive 360 suite includes self-parking, lane precision control, emergency avoidance assist, and semi-autonomous highway driving. But unlike fully autonomous cars, the Malibu encourages driver engagement. It's built for those who want a balance between control and convenience. Chevrolet also focused heavily on sustainability. The hybrid version uses a self-charging system with advanced regenerative braking, and parts of the body panels are made from recycled carbon composites. Even the leather upholstery is eco-sourced, durable, yet luxurious. But don't be fooled, this Malibu still carries attitude. The V6 model, known as the Malibu SS, adds sport-tuned suspension, performance exhaust, and aggressive design cues like red brake calipers and a carbon fiber lip kit. When it roars to life, it's a reminder that Chevrolet hasn't forgotten its performance DNA. On the road, the 2026 Malibu feels perfectly balanced, confident in corners, smooth on highways, and surprisingly quick off the line. The steering is precise, the suspension adaptive, and the cabin remains whisper quiet even at high speeds. It's the kind of car that makes you forget you're driving a sedan. It feels alive, capable, and premium. The new Malibu isn't just a family car. It's Chevrolet's statement that the American sedan isn't dead. It's evolving. It's becoming smarter, faster, and more desirable. The 2026 Chevrolet Malibu proves that practicality and performance can coexist. That style doesn't have to sacrifice substance. It's a car built for those who love to drive, who appreciate comfort but crave excitement. This is the rebirth of an icon, and once again the Malibu is ready to dominate the open American roads.